If you're on a plane and you have a medical emergency, you can't just call 911. In fact, the person who could save you could be sitting right next to you.
And that's exactly what happened on an American Airlines flight to Miami when a nurse from Duncan sprang to action to save a man's life sitting a few rows up. I spoke with that nurse and another passenger about her heroic actions.
I was just headed to Barbados to have a good old time, but I had some excitement before we got there.
Vonda Williams probably has plenty of stories to tell, having been a registered nurse for almost 25 years. But a vacation she took in October may top them all when she jumped into action to save a man's life while 30,000 feet up in the air.
I ran up there, and this larger man was in the last seat closest to the window, and he was out, he was pale. I checked for a pulse, I didn't feel a pulse.
Kenny Baker was one of several friends accompanying Vonda on the trip. He says when the flight attendant called for medical personnel, Vonda didn't hesitate.
And she went to doing CPR and in the chair, like hitting him in the chest and trying to get him going. And then she went to telling people, you know, hey, I need him out of this chair. And she was telling it with authority, and people jumped up and helped her.
Not only myself, even though I was the first one there was a family physician, an ER doctor, and there was 2 other nurses. So it was very much a blessing that there was that much medical staff on board.
The man finally came to, and Vonda and the others continued to work on him with the medical kit that the plane had on hand. She says there was a lot of emotions going through her mind.
Adrenaline rush, emotional, and exhausting after the whole process is finished. We were with him just sitting there on the ground for about an hour and a half. You know, kept on making sure he was improving.
It was just a very scary moment, but it was a moment that not scary for Vonda. She went into action immediately and knew exactly what to do. And she had these flush red cheeks like she'd been working the whole flight. And I told my wife, if it wasn't for Vonda, we'd have probably had to land. But I think she saved that guy.
When the flight landed, 2 EMTs took the man to a hospital. We reached out to American Airlines to find out how the man is doing, but due to their privacy policy, they couldn't release that information. However, Vonda believes the man is going to be okay.
Do you feel like a hero?
No, I don't. I'm humbled. I would do it again if I had to in a second, but not truly a hero. That man, that was, he's the hero. He's the one that survived and he made it.
Yeah, I think it's very heroic, because she could have just easily just sat back in her chair and closed her eyes and say, oh, I'm not working today. But, she was on vacation, and she didn't. She went and did what was right.
What a story, Mackenzie. I can't imagine just what was going through her mind. I know that probably comes just natural to her. I know that